everyone, this is Joey C from What the Flock Hand Dyed. This will be my first video ever on doing a low immersion dyed Wensleydale fleece. So let me get started with what I'm using, and then from there I will demonstrate the dyeing. First, these are some of my dye stock solutions ready made. I'll make another video to go into my recipes for that. Here's some Wensleydale fleece that's been washed and sent to me from Linda Boudreau. Thank you for that. This is my citric acid solution. This is some water, my syringes, and here I have a small deep rectangular griddle that I have set at 200 degrees with low immersion and the fleece in it to get that ready for dyeing. And next I will be applying the dye to this, and but before I do that, I'll pause a minute to get set up and then come back. Okay, I have my dye set up. I have a gray, which kind of looks black, a purple, which kind of looks black, and then I have a bright neon lime green here that's gonna look black, but once it hits the fleece, it should be good. Until I get a tripod, I'm gonna keep breaking. Hopefully you'll get the gist of what I'm doing, and then after each step I'll explain what I did and how much I used. So I'm going to place the dye and be right back. Okay, now I've added my colors. I decided not to use the syringes and just use what I had in the cups. So the cups are about, I'd say, 4 to 8 ounces. So like a cup of dye, and I wanted nice saturated colors, so I have the green at the top, I have the gray in the middle, and the bright purple there. Right now I have set to about 250, and now I'll turn it down so it stays at a simmer. So I've been told to keep a constant temperature about 185, so I'm going to try to do that. I will lid this and let it sit for a good 45 minutes. I still have to add my citric acid solution to this now that it's nice and hot, so that the color will stick, which is my mordant. I will lid this and let it sit, and then come back every once in a while to check it. But once the 45 minutes has depleted, I'll come back and check this to see if the dye has exhausted enough. If not, I'll give it a little more time, up to an hour and 15 minutes at the 185 temp, which I'll check every once in a while and see where I'm at, and I will be back when all that is ready. Okay, so I've checked the temperature and I'm hitting about 140 right now. It's been 45 minutes, so I'm gonna put it in for, or leave it on for another about 30 minutes and check again. The dye is obviously not exhausted since it's been at such a low temperature, but it was below simmer, so I turned my thing up to about 250. I had it on simmer, so I don't know the exact temperature of what their simmer is on this knob. So hopefully having it up to about 250 will keep the water about like 185, 200. Once I get there and another half an hour has elapsed, I will come back and check the results again and let you know how this is going. Hey everyone. Okay, so I've checked the time and it's been about another half an hour. The temperature is sitting at about 170, 180, so I'm going to leave it on for about another 30 minutes or so. I actually turned it down, hopefully this will, and now I'm just gonna let it set and cool check it in another half an hour and see where it's at. Alright? Okay, now I'm downstairs in my laundry room. It's been about maybe an hour, hour and a half since I let this cool. Colors came out the way I wanted it to. When I went to go drain it, obviously the dye that was in it didn't exhaust all the way, and that's because I had too much dye for what I needed. But otherwise, I got everything rinsed to clear. Now I'm going to stick this in my dryer on a shoe rack to dry because I'm a little impatient, and since it's like winter time, I've learned my lesson from last year, sticking stuff outside to dry and it freezing on me. So I will just stick this on a cotton cycle on high on the rack and let the dryer do the evaporating of the water from the fleece. So basically it'll just be the heat from the dryer, but no tumble, so it won't even go through tumbling or anything. It'll be on something, so it won't felt the fleece. And once this is dry, I'll come back and show you the results of that. Alright guys, here they are, all dry, and they came out really good. The colors that I wanted. The gray didn't show up as much because the two colors I put on the sides ended up going into the gray. So it didn't really muddy, it just made a darker purple and darker green on there. But I'm really pleased with how this turned out. And so this concludes the low immersion dyeing on fleeces. There will be more videos in this series of dyeing techniques from me. Thanks guys, bye.